So if somebody was to say, okay, Fremah, I want you to come and work with me in Holland, I'll be paying you $5,000 to $6,000 euro a month, would you leave your business and go?
No, I wouldn't. Because I know La Fleur is going to get to the point where I could make that. Okay. Because you have clients call you at 2 a.m. that my girlfriend...
You have clients call you at 2 a.m.?
Yes. Understand that it's not only the big florists in the UK or the US that can do these things.
Right. On a good week,
we could do about 7,000 in like 2-3 days. That's just for roses, but other flowers can do, yeah.
Welcome to the Diaspora Transition. And you know, I always bring you innovative, creative things so that you guys can think about moving back home. Right? Some of you say, oh, Denta, but when I come back home, what can I do? There's so many things for you to do. And today I am here, going to be interviewing a young girl called Fremah. She's only 27, went to the University of Ghana, studied English, but was like, no, I'm an entrepreneur. I want to do flowers. Her parents are like, flowers, florist, what do you want to do that for? But she is making a lot of yes, you can make that here as well. So follow me, let's have an interview. And don't forget to click that button and subscribe. Hi, Fremah. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
You too.
So tell me, how did you get into this?
That's an interesting story. So I used to sell ladies' bags, and most of the time, customers will ask what we can add to the bags. And I always recommend flowers because I wanted to go to the flower shop, see how things are done there. I just enjoyed seeing florists work. But every time I go to a flower shop, I'd have a problem with something. It could either be the type of flowers, it's always one way, or just the customer service. And also how everything was even arranged, because I would see stuff from Pinterest and go like, why can't this be done in Ghana? And then the other times where I would send complicated designs to these flower shops and they would tell me, oh, we cannot do this, or we can do that, or, and I felt like somebody should be able to do that. Yeah. Yes. So that's how I got into it. I kept complaining to a friend, Franca. And she's like, start your own thing. I was like, you think it's easy? How many flower shops do we have here? So I don't know how it happened, but
that's how it started.
Yes, that's how it started.
Okay, so for me, right, my audience is mainly the diaspora. And I'm always encouraging the diaspora to come back home. So sometimes they're like, oh, Denta, there's nothing that we can do in Ghana. There's, you know, like, what can I do? And so the reason why I wanted to interview you to share your story was that you went to study at University of Legon. You studied English. And then you went to selling bags and now flowers. First of all, what did your parents say about you going to university and then selling bags?
Okay, so I started selling bags, I think in level 200 in Legon. My dad felt like it was a hobby, so he supported from the beginning. Oh, you want to sell bags, you just want to make extra cash. So he gave me the startup capital for the bag. Okay. But after...
How much did you need to sell to start up?
So for the bags, I told him I needed, I think, 1,500. He gave me 10% of that. That was 150.
No way. Which is about $10.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So he wanted to challenge you, like he wanted you to...
And I was very grateful for that because I thought I had to buy the stock, about 15 bags or 10 bags at a go, take pictures of them, post on Instagram. But because he gave me only 150, I had to go to the supplier and tell her, like, look, I have only 150. How do we do this? And she's like, you have to buy the bags. So I got back home, thought of how to do it, and I realized I could buy just one bag at a go. So I'd go to the shop, take pictures. When I get an order, I send the 150. Right. Then the bag gets picked up by dispatch and then gets delivered. So I ran the business with 150 or maybe 200 cedis at most for 2 years straight. Wow. I didn't need the 1,500. The 150 was enough. You just send the money, dispatch goes. So it's like one bag at a time. But on days where I had to buy 3 bags, it became challenging. But yeah.
So if I get you right, so were you taking pictures of the bags?
Yes.
Right. So all of the bags.
Pictures, all the
you
bags.
take the pictures, you put it on Instagram. So the one that they want to buy, They send you the money and then you go and buy it.
Yes.
Smart.
So I think at that time, people didn't trust Instagram business, so they would want to pay on delivery. So I would have to send the money to my supplier, my 150, and probably I think I was charging, 170 or 200 for the bag. So when the dispatch gets to the person, the dispatch takes the money from the customer.
Okay.
So I have to send the 150 first.
In advance?
In advance.
Okay, all right. And then, so what was the margin on the bags?
20, I started with 15 cedis, and it went to 20 cedis.
So you're buying each bag for like 20 cedis?
No, so the bag was 150,
okay.
And then I will sell it for 170.
So you put 20 Ghana cedis
yes.
on top. Okay. And in terms of like, okay, so in a month, how much would you make?
I think from the beginning, in the month, I was just looking forward to making like 300, 400, just to cover for extra expenses in school. Okay. But then when I finished school, I realized that I had to make it a real business. That was when the challenge came in, because my dad thought it was just a hobby, but now you want to do it full time. No, get a real job. Like, you can't be home packing bags. It didn't look serious until I think one Mother's Day, when I got about 20 orders, and then they saw me busy in the house, going to the gate and back, and he stopped complaining, because he kept saying, like, get a real job, like this thing you're doing. He goes to work and comes back and I'm in bed. Like, what did you do the whole day? Yes, but that Mother's Day, he realized that it was now a business. So what he did was he would ask me, have you registered with SNIT? Have you registered your business? Wow. He would also my dad reads a lot, so he would recommend business books. Yes, like read, understand what you're getting yourself into. Yes.
That's good. I like your dad. What's his name?
My dad is called, he's Mr. Anane Hansen.
Anane Hansen.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Dad, for encouraging her and, making sure that she has the knowledge to do what she's doing. Do you think that we have a culture for flowers, like as Ghanaians? Like, I think back in the day, I don't think a lot of us would think of buying flowers for people. And I would... Me living in the UK, I would say that I know that the white people, British people, love flowers. They give flowers, not even just on special occasions like we do Mother's Day. Like, just going to visit, they'll take flowers. Somebody going to visit you in the hospital, they'll bring flowers. That's where I saw a lot of flowers, actually, from hospital when I was a pediatric nurse. I'll see a lot of flowers coming in daily for children on the ward. Do you think that there's a culture for it now?
So at the moment, yes, there is. I think 3-4 years ago, no, people would only get flowers on Valentine's Day and sometimes Mother's Day. But like now, things have changed. I think we have also added to that, because when we started La Fleur, we started by educating people on why they need to get people flowers, like the value of flowers. And I think for 3 years now, a lot of Ghanaians, because we get more orders for just because flowers, as compared to even it's birthdays. No, she's having crumbs, send her flowers.
Oh, wow.
She just got a new job, send her flowers. Or I just want to send this girl flowers. Oh, I met her, I want to go on a date with her, send her flowers. Like, yes, so Ghanaians have accepted like the flower culture now, and I think even in the next 2 years it will be crazy, because the thing about Ghanaians is once they like something, they overdo. They overdo it. So, because yes, it's crazy now. Wow. Valentine's Day, it is crazy.
Really?
It is crazy.
So what would you say is your busiest moment? Is it Val's Day or is it Mother's Day?
So previously we would give it to occasions, but now it's every day.
Wow.
It's every day, because every day somebody's getting married. Every day somebody is dead. Birthdays, it's every day. But if we were to compare Valentine to Mother's Day, I'd say Valentine, because our mothers want money. not really flowers. So 100%. Yes.
So how did you pick the name?
So I had to decide between either using Jira flowers, La Fleur, and I think some other one. Jira is my mom's name. Oh, okay. So, but La Fleur, I love French, so I just had to put the flower, the Fleur Floral Boutique. It's nice. It's nice, but It's a bit complicated, but I think that sounded like better. La Fleur, La Fleur, La Fleur, La Fleur Floral Boutique, La Fleur Floral Boutique, and yeah.
Why did you choose Ghana as your base to do the flowers?
I was born here. This is where I know, and I think floristry is new to Ghana. I knew that with the knowledge I had learned from Korea, Spain, and all the other places I've taken courses. I knew that bringing it in Ghana would be better, because over there they have like the best of the best. We are lacking here, so I knew that coming here I would be able to dominate. I would be able to show people what they haven't seen. Okay. Yes.
So if someone from the diaspora is looking at opportunities in this industry, do you think that being a florist is a good one to invest in and be part of?
It is. It
Really?
is. It is. Because this is the only business I've done that, regardless of the stress level, I'm still happy. Working with plants and flowers.
Wow.
There's just this thing about working with plants and flowers. You'll never be depressed.
Wow.
Like you can ask everybody here, like you come to work overwhelmed, but the minute you start working on the creation, something takes over. So your mental health is covered.
Okay.
Another thing is, once you put your very best in this industry, you would flourish. You would flourish. Wow. It's a good industry.
So in terms of like how many flowers you're selling a day, how many flowers would you say you're selling a day?
A lot.
A lot. More than, give me a range. Give me a range.
So I think it depends. On a good week,
On a good week,
we could do about maybe 1,000 to 1,500 roses. Like, yeah.
Really?
Yes, that's just for roses, because we...
Is roses the ones that
Yes,
people
Ghanaians
really...
love red roses.
Okay.
Ghanaians love red roses. So 1,000 to 1,500. Yes, and they are even...
Is that in the
bouquet form? So somebody can come for maybe 20, 10, 20, 10, 50, 100, yeah, depending on like the week, yeah.
Okay.
There are weeks that we don't sell much, but then...
So that's in a week?
Yes, that's in a week.
1,500,
Yes.
wow.
Yes, we can also go beyond that if it's a good week, and we can go below that.
Okay,
yes.
okay. If it's a really, 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 really good week, how much?
Like some say for Valentine, we can do 7,000 in like 2-3 days. Roses, yes. That's just for roses, but other flowers can also, yeah.
And how's the supply chain? Are you getting the flowers here, or are you getting it from outside?
They are imported. They are imported.
Wow. We can't grow flowers here. Have you thought about it?
No, we can't.
Why?
We can't.
What is the...
So,
because I know that flowers, Kenya does a lot of flowers.
Yes, Kenya does a lot of flowers. Flowers flourish in Kenya because of, one, their climate.
Okay.
Kenya, most of the flowers are grown in high altitude regions with cool temperatures. That's one.
Ebri? No?
We can do it in Ebri. We just... we can do it in Ebri. The second thing is the soil. Okay. Kenya has volcanic soil. You get it? Very rich in nutrients for flowers. That's how come even the Netherlands take roses from Kenya. What we can do in Ghana is we have the flowers that do really well in Ghana, heliconia, bed of paradise, and all these tropicals. I think what florists can do is we can showcase more of these arrangements, just so that people understand that, I can get a very nice arrangement of tropicals, not just the roses and then the chrysanthemums. Yes, because the thing is, God is very, very good at his design, that he designed these flowers for our regions. When you do a bouquet of the tropicals, they can last up to like even 3 weeks.
Really?
That was designed for our weather. It's hot in Ghana. Roses, 5, 6, 7 days, they're gone. But but in the Netherlands, they last longer there. In Kenya, they would last longer there. Like, you get it. But in Ghana, this place is very hot. So I think what we can do is we can do more arrangements with our tropicals, get people to love them, so that we can grow more of the tropicals and that import fewer roses and then the chrysanthemums, as compared to trying to grow roses here. It's a baseless effort.
Okay. And so in terms of So your supply chain, you're getting more from Kenya, would you say?
Because we do more of red roses, so the roses come from Kenya, and then the other flowers come from Holland.
Holland, really? And how's the transportation like? How is that
So they come by air.
It comes by air.
Yeah, come by air. So you make your purchase. So you're either going to purchase from an agent or a farm. If you have like bulk, you can go directly to the farm. They can supply you with that quantity. They ship it. They get a freight agent. It gets taken to the airport. When it comes, you go clear from the airport in Ghana. Yeah.
And how did you know where to go to find the right person who's going to do your supply? A lot of research.
A lot of research. You try. You fail, and then yes, a lot of research. And then there are times where agents would even text you like, oh, I do this or do that, would you like to work with me? You try them. If it's good, yes. If it's not good, you look for a better option. And there are times where you have to travel there. I was in Amsterdam, I think just a few days ago, like let me say maybe a week or two ago, just to get new suppliers.
Okay. Yes. And how was it like getting the visa out there?
I think it's for visa, you just need to prove that you have something doing in Ghana and you would come back. Okay. So I'm coming to look for flowers for my country.
You show them that your business, what you do.
Yes,
so it was easy.
It was easy.
Okay.
For me, it was easy because I think all my documents were intact. Yeah.
So how lucrative is the business?
So I'd say for every business, it's lucrative when you have a vision and your vision makes sense and you stick to the vision. Because when I was selling the bags, it was also lucrative. I did interior decor too, it was lucrative. So somebody would sell flowers and say, oh, this flower business, it's not good. It's how you brand and what you are bringing into the industry. Because I realized that there was a gap in intentionality and creativity. And the minute you do something beautiful for people, they're willing to pay. So you would make money. But if you want to give people the West kind of flowers, they would go elsewhere. Yeah, and you wouldn't make money because these are perishables. When they come within 3-4 days, you don't sell them. They're gonna go bad and then they become your loss. Yeah,
it's true. So in terms of, so one bouquet, like the one that they're doing there, how much would that cost?
So this is, what size is this one? Large. So the large is
Can I have a look? Beautiful.
So the large is 1,300.
Can you bring it? Can I have a look? So this large, beautiful flowers would cost 1,300 Ghana cedis, which is about $100, $80, $90
Yes.
dollars. So if somebody orders a flower like this, what's the occasion?
So I think it could be for a birthday.
Okay.
It could be, so this one is more ideal for birthdays. Maybe new mom.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Or just because.
Or just because you are beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for this. Okay, so let's talk about doing business in Ghana. Having staff in Ghana. Because today, somebody didn't show up. Somebody's sick
today. So I think that was like one of the challenges I faced, like human resource management. And with this our field, it's not corporate. And everybody in Ghana wants a white collar job. So for customer service, we are always looking for customer service. Because the minute they get here, they have a table and everything. I'm like, hey, I don't want to work in a flower shop. I want the AC to chill me. I want to be at EcoBank. I want to work in the bank. I want to work in a more corporate environment. I don't want to be taking packages to the cars. No. So when they come, sometimes within a month, they quit. But then the ones that stay, you can tell that they are very passionate. So there's a big struggle with even recruiting. But I think I'm very grateful to God that I have a really, really, really good team.
Did you do a lot of training?
A lot of training. We do training sessions every week.
Wow.
So, yes. So every week, and even, I would even say daily, because every day when you're doing a bouquet, I'm standing by you. No, remove this, no, that. And I love them because they understand why I'm doing that. There are times where they will do a whole bouquet and I'll be like, no, this one day we cannot send it. They'll have to dismantle. So they understand. Yes.
Okay.
we will do that here. I'll come and they'll be like, shh. When they see me, it's like, shh, come to find them. Yes. But then I think that is what has helped our brand as well, because we want to give people the best flowers in the best packaging, the best wraps and everything. Yes. And then they understand that purpose. But it was very challenging to get these ladies.
So how many people have you employed?
So I think for full, so some of them are interns, some of them are here for training, but for full stuff, 4. And then the rest are interns.
Interns,
yes.
Okay, okay. All right. Ghana is often described as the gateway to Africa. How do you think businesses like yours contribute to the positioning of Ghana as an investment destination?
I think for our bouquets, we do really lovely things. It showcases like how creative Ghanaians can be. You understand that it's not only the big florists in the UK or the US that can do these things.
Right.
Because I went for one class in Madrid, and for all my classes, the tutors were very impressed. Like, oh, like where are you coming from? Because I was the only black person in the class, a class of like about 100, but we have smaller classes. So it's like you're very good. Like, where are you coming from? I'm like, Ghana, West Africa. I'm like, oh wow, you guys have flowers there. So I feel like with our industry, it showcases how creative Ghanaians can be and everything.
So you went to train yourself?
Yes.
And learn about each of the flowers that you're...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And how long was the training for that?
So it depends. Some of the trainings could be for 2 weeks, some 3 days. When it's 3 days, it's very, very intensive. If it's like less than a week, extremely intensive. So you go to class as early as like 8 a.m. and you close like 9, 10 with 1 hour break. You're standing on your feet like from class to class, like different classes, different arrangements. But if it's supposed to be for a month and it's online, it's more flexible. Sometimes 6, 7 months online, very flexible. You can do like 3, 4 days in a week, maybe 2 hours per course. So like it depends on just that. But even if it's for just 4 days, it's very, 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 very intense. Like very, very intense.
And then in terms of the business, the working hours, how are you able to, because now they've introduced 24-hour economy. Yes. How do you think that would work for your business?
Perfect.
Okay.
Because you have clients call you at 2 a.m. that my girlfriend...
You have clients call you at 2 a.m.?
Yes. It got to a point we had to put off like the business phone and then put it away, because people will call you at 10. When I started, I'm looking for business. So if you call me at 10, I would move and come and do a bouquet and then deliver.
Okay.
Yeah. So they'll call you at 2 a.m. that like, she just called me cheating. Like, could you make a bouquet for me? And I'll do it. We do early morning deliveries. So people need to maybe meet somebody at the airport with flowers, and you want to receive your bouquet as early as 5:30. Don't worry. We'd get here at 4, do everything for you, just pay an extra charge.
Of course.
But then we'll do it for you. We have people that want us to deliver as late as like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. We will do it for you. Okay. So with that, a customer service rep will stay behind and then do your bouquet and then deliver it at the time you want it, like done. Yeah.
What are some of the stories? I want to hear some of the stories that come behind some of the flowers. So share some.
I think with the one I really love, the guy. When I started like the business, he was one of like my first customers. I'll say maybe first 10 customers, because I was getting 1 order per week. Oh. So maybe sometimes even the whole week you will not get an order. So yes, so the guy came to buy a bouquet to ask the girl to be his girlfriend. Okay. And then later on he's like, oh, we're getting married, so she will need she'll need a bridal bouquet. So your flowers contributed
to them getting married.
Yes. So there was even a story where the guy has been texting the lady a lot of times. She wouldn't respond. Okay. And then the guy's like, the guy tells the sister that, what can we do? I want to get her something. What can we do? And then the sister's like, we could get her flowers. I know this lady that just started her flower business, so let's use her. She's cheap. Okay. Because at that time I just loved the business. I would do a bouquet, and at the end of the day I wouldn't make profits, but I just wanted to like work with flowers. So they contacted me, and then the shop was very close to us. It was at just 10 minutes. So I was like, I'll deliver myself and then keep the rest of the delivery fee. Because I think I charged them like 50 cedis because I didn't think she'd be at work. So I checked the Uber, it was like 12 cities. I was like, okay, I'll deliver myself and keep the rest.
That's it.
I got there, and then she was just shocked. Like, she even cried, because she's like, no, she never thought she would receive fresh flowers. She's like, these are natural, like, and then she got a date with a guy.
Wow.
2-3 weeks later, they were dating. I don't know where they are now, but yeah, I was really, really happy. So back to the other story. We did her bridal bouquet. A year later, he texted her like, oh, I need an all white bouquet. I'm like, what's the occasion? She's like, my wife is giving birth. I was like, wow. And then we've sent bouquets subsequently for birthdays and all the other things. So I was like, we've been with them.
Yes,
and then
you've been with your customers through a journey.
Yes. And then there are also sad moments as well, because we delivered flowers to someone. I think a month later, the person was murdered. So we had to do a wreath. It was very sad. It was very sad. So yeah, we are here with you throughout the rites of passage. Birth, everything. Birthdays, funerals, we are here for you.
So you have a lot of repeat customers that come to you.
Yes. I think that's how every business should be. It's easier when your customers like market for you. So we consider the customer as the boss. When you come, the minute you come to us, even if you don't buy today, we would make sure you buy tomorrow. It's so expensive paying for marketing and ads and everything. But when you treat your customers really well, they will do their job for you. You don't even have to stress getting Valentine order, because one customer can team up with his friends and do 10 orders like at a go, as compared to you taking single. And you know, the minute they trust you, from the beginning, people would opt to pay on delivery. And these are fresh flowers. The minute we do a bouquet, we cannot dismantle. So it became a challenge. Like, you can't pay on delivery. You have to either come here, get it done for you, or you have to pay before we deliver. But now, we don't even get such requests anymore, because all of them are coming from referrals.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Because we treat our customers really well.
And in terms of storage, because you told me that the flowers, they're delicate, right?
Very.
And so they can die at any given moment. So how do you store the flowers?
So we have a cold room.
You have a cold room.
We have a cold room where we keep the flowers.
Okay.
And with the cold room, you have to be very attentive, because if you give the flower too much flower food, it would die. If you don't give the flower enough, it would die. Yes, so you have to always be checking. You have to change the water and everything regularly. Yeah.
So what is flower food? Is it the water? Or you give them
so it's a solution.
bambu and okra and
no.
What are you giving them?
This are the sachet ones. It's a solution.
Okay.
So this is the powdered form. It's basically made up of, I think, bleach and sugar with some other ingredients that I don't know about. So with this one, where's the scissors? Okay. So some come in bigger containers. Yes, we ran out on those. So it's just basically yes.
Like salt.
So this one you would have to, so this is enough for, I think, 1 liter of water.
Okay, and then you put the flowers inside.
Yes, and you still have to do some other things. Like, you have to make sure that the stems are cut. So so when the flowers come, they actually put to sleep in transport, like in transit. Yes.
How do they put them to sleep?
That's their work. I don't know how they do it. But like the flowers come sleeping, so it's up to you to wake them up. So sometimes you wake the flower up and it won't wake up. You have to kick them with hot water. Like, yeah. So sometimes they will come and then their heads are already turning. Yes. So you have to shock them with hot water. So you dip them in hot water, then you take them out after a few seconds, and then you just put them in regular water with the flower food. But you have to make sure you cut the stems at a 45-degree angle, just so that you have enough surface area for the flower to drink. Yes. And if the water is too much for the flower, it would drink and bloom too quickly. So we have like a particular amount of
So even
water.
though it's a lucrative business, it's also it can be
it's very
be
challenging.
Bad business.
It can
because
be.
if you don't stick to the rules and the regulations,
you'll be very sad.
Yeah.
Because there are times where you can have a whole stock go bad because they didn't get like a slot to put it on, like the plane quickly and all that. Like you can have a whole stock go bad because it left the agent's end or the farm very late, or some of the agents just don't care, because once you send the money, they've received the money, they can.
That's it.
They can decide.
But
to
you have
mess up.
like suppliers that understand, and then when they come and it doesn't work, have they sent you?
Some will, but hardly.
Most of the time they won't.
So it's just good to work with like the best, but the best, their prices are also not. Their prices are also high. Yeah. So that's the thing. People think all of us are selling like the same flowers. No. Every flower shop, and then the grades, and then the type like you're getting.
Okay.
Because it could be red roses, but maybe I would take A1, somebody else would take A2 or even the Bs.
Okay.
So the flowers, they are graded. So you would take, it depends on your supplier, it depends on like your agent as well.
Wow. So do you see yourself growing bigger from this place? Because I already see that.
Yes, I want to.
Okay.
That is a goal.
Okay.
Because we are nowhere near where we want to be. We want to be the #1 flower shop in Ghana, giving people the best arrangements, every type of floral arrangement, perfect customer service. I think I can say that we are the best when it comes to customer service in Ghana, but we want to even go a step further. We want to be able to deliver at all times. So the 24-hour economy is perfect for us, because I would love that at every time.
You're on standby.
Yes, you can call a flair at 2 a.m. and then get flowers, because there are times where, last minute, it's never your fault that you need to, the person's flight got changed and she has to get to Ghana by like, let me say 12, and then you can't get her flowers. We want to be able to deliver at all times, like for you.
So would you say that you would be interested in investment? If somebody said, I want to invest in you and this
Definitely.
business. Definitely?
Definitely.
Okay.
I would love that, because it's been, aside human resource, I think the other challenge is funding, because everything about this business is very expensive, from the cold room. I remember when
electricity, right?
It's crazy. I remember when I constructed a cold room, I didn't have any savings left. So to stock for that Valentine, I had to rely on my siblings and a friend. Like, bring the contribution. I need money to stock. That's after the cold room. It's very expensive, because the machines are expensive. Yeah. Everything about the business is expensive.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, if you're out there and you want to invest in Fremah's beautiful flowers, I think that you need to contact her. I'll make sure that her details are down there so you can invest in this business, because I can see it growing. I can see that this space is going to be too small.
It's actually too small.
It's actually too small.
We're hoping and praying that this year we make more sales so that we can get a bigger space. Yes, because this space is just the working area. Yeah. The cold room is in another room, and we would want customers to see the flowers through a clear glass when they enter.
Okay,
like,
that would be nice. Yeah. Okay.
We want a bigger space so that we can host classes as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So can you show me the cold room? Can we go there?
Sure.
All right. That cold room is too small for you.
Even
with all the calls that's coming in, there's no way. Listen, somebody needs to come up and invest in this girl, because it is too small. And she's also telling me that during Valentine's, you had to make another room to be able to store the flowers. My goodness.
Because our current cold room could only take 30% of the stock.
My goodness. So what's your favorite thing about living in Ghana and doing this business?
I think the feeling of being at home, because whenever I travel, I get homesick within 2 days. like regardless of where I go to, there's just this thing about knowing you are home. And I think it's also because like I'm so used to like the weather here. So every time I go somewhere, it's either it's too hot or it's too cold. Yes. And you know, with culture, we understand ourselves in Ghana. My workers may be difficult, but once you talk to them, they understand where you're coming from. That makes it really easy to work in Ghana. And this is new in Ghana. So everybody would want to work with you as compared to being elsewhere where like there are people that are doing
already in that industry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So if somebody was to say, okay, Fremah, I want you to come and work with me in Holland to do my flower business. I'll be paying you, you know, $5,000 to $6,000 euro a month. Would you leave your business and go?
No, I wouldn't. Because I know La Fleur is going to get to the point where I could make that. When I started, I was the only customer service rep. I was the only florist for I think 6 months, and then I got a customer service rep. Okay. She's been with me from like Romeo. She's been with me from like the word go.
Wow.
And we struggled to get like people. We struggled with everything, building the cold room, getting this space. So when I look at like the growth over just 2 years, I'm like, this is crazy. So in the next 3 years, it will be massive. It will be massive. It will be massive. It will be massive.
And then do you add anything to the flowers? Are you adding notes? Are you printing out? Are you writing? Tell me about that.
So I think we were the first flower shop to start printing cards.
Okay.
And it was because we had a customer service rep that had really bad handwriting. So
you decided to...
we had to find a way that at every point, everything is uniform, whoever is working. So this is how our cards are.
Lovely.
This is a small one. We can do a very big one for you.
Okay.
Really, really nice envelope and everything.
Okay.
So
Do they sometimes tell you what to put on there? They'll send you...
Most of the time, but there are people that don't know what to say or they're not so good with words. So we can help you with that as well.
Happy birthday to an amazing person. I hope your day is filled with laughter, love, and all your favorite things. You bring me so much joy to everyone around you, and I'm grateful to have you in my life. Here's to another year of adventure and unforgettable memories together. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your special day. Oh.
So this is like the big size.
The bigger sizes. Oh, my rock. I don't need a special occasion to send you flowers. Yes, this is how it should be. I love you deeply, Tracy. Hey, whoever is dating Tracy, or your guy, what's it? Like, we like you. I appreciate that. That is amazing. And then you have instructions.
Yes.
Is that instructions
on how to keep the flowers. Yeah.
She has instructions on how to keep the flowers. Wow. This is amazing. I didn't even know that you have to have instructions. Don't put in a hot environment. Should be kept in a cool place to avoid. Okay. Fremah, why don't me and I may invest in this business because
please come and invest.
Because hey, this is, and there's a lot of things that you can add on. I can see you having, I don't know, there could be like a chocolate business because people like sometimes to have flowers with chocolate. Yes.
So we usually add chocolates.
Okay.
The Melcom is not far from us, so sometimes we just go there, we'll send the customers like the chocolate options and then we'll buy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And any other thing that you've been adding?
So I think our packaging is also really, really exquisite.
How's your packaging like?
Take one of the single stem, put that for me.
And the packaging is made in Ghana or made here?
So we do some in Ghana.
And somewhere?
Some from China.
Okay, that's fine.
So the small bouquets sit in this.
Oh, wow.
So if you buy a single stem from us, a single stem rose, you receive it in this as well.
That is amazing.
And then the big ones, let me have the big flower bag. So this was made in Ghana by Baguette.
Okay.
Very, very good company that understands like standard and premium quality. They have the best service. If you want to do paper bags, they are the people.
Okay.
So yes, so this is for larger arrangements like this. They're expensive, but we believe we need to give our customers
And
like
that's
premium.
all inclusive in the price?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. You have no excuse. You people in the diaspora, I don't know what to do. What type of business can I do? I'm showing the business that you can do. So please, 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 please come back home. If I will continue to tell you to come back home, invest and do something. If you're out there and you are interested, make sure that you contact us. But for now, thank you so much for watching the show.
Hi, I'm Hildegarde Fremah Adjei, the founder and director of Fleur Floral Boutique. I founded Fleur because I wanted to bring creativity and intentionality to the floral industry in Ghana. I noticed a gap in the artistic expression, and I decided to redefine this industry by adding more purpose and elegance.